Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Wire Season 1, Episode 6. I watched this morning's Episode 5. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for The Wire if you want to see my reaction videos, you know, into the chronological order. You know it. I'm gonna react for sure to the season 1, then I will see if I have enough stuff to discuss about in intros and reviews. I think that my reactions during this episode, they are okay, you know, I mean, they are what I want, you know, for the reaction part. But you know that with me, it's not only the reaction part which counts, but also the fact that I want to talk in intros and reviews about all of the stuff that I can analyze, you know, into these shows, like, and animes. I'm watching animes also, like the story, to make theories about it, to try to understand it, the characters, to analyze them, their developments, their psychologies and stuff like that. And also how it's done, how it's filmed, and clearly this show has so many good ideas behind the camera with the pictures, the lights, and also a lot of movements of camera which are so interesting. So for that, I think that I'm gonna have enough stuff to discuss about, but you know, it's also a show which is talking a lot about society subjects, you know, in a way. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna continue to have enough stuff to discuss about and stuff like that. And also, I didn't hide it to you, it's really difficult, in fact, to react to The Wire and to all of the HBO shows. In fact, at first it was not, but since more than 1 year now, it's the case. It's not just difficult, it's just that they are blocking everything. So, you know, for now, I'm fighting a lot to get this video planned, you know, just to have them on YouTube waiting for you to discover them. But I'm also, each time, you know, that one is published, I'm also like, maybe it can get blocked in 1 hour, 2 hours, during the night, you know, during the time that I'm sleeping. Like really each morning, I'm opening my phone and I'm really like, okay, what it's gonna be, whew, nothing during the night, nothing during the night. So, see? It's giving me a lot of stress, so I have to consider it also on that. So, the season 1, for sure. After that, we'll see. Tell me if you can be interested by other reaction videos, you know, the other seasons, to discover them with me, to rewatch them also with me. It's such a cult, you know, it's such a popular show that I think that most of you watching these episodes with me, in fact, you already watched this show entirely, you know what is gonna happen, you know which seasons are the best and stuff like that. So tell me what do you think of it, this show, and reacting to it, if you want for me to continue. I said it, if you want to support me, to encourage me to continue, like you can see it right down on YouTube, and you can support me also on my Patreon, you know, you can come and tell me that on Patreon. It's also encouraging me, you know, to continue to react to shows and animes, to come on my Patreon, because like I need to live also, and during these last days, weeks, it's a little rough. So if you can, just if you can, like, I don't want you to put yourself into bad situations, financial situations and stuff like that. It's difficult for everyone during these days, I know it. Believe me, I know it, so don't put yourself into bad situations. But if you can join me on my Patreon, it can be appreciated, and it can be, yes, a way to tell me, hey girl, I love your reaction videos to The Wire that much, so please continue. You understand what I mean? This episode, you know, that I watched this morning, we progressed a lot during this episode. Like I said during the review, I have the impression that if we're continuing at that risk, that's it, we're gonna resolve that case, you know, Avon Barksdale case during this season. Really, at that risk, my guys? They discovered now that yes, it was Dee who surely killed that woman, that the one who did it also killed, or at least the gun that he used also killed other people, that Dee, you know, the nephew of Avon Barksdale, that this one was going out with Avon Barksdale and she threatened him to say to the cops, you know, what was happening with him, what happens with him, you know, with the drugs and all. So really, they have already a lot of things with that, just with the testimony of that girl. And also they know now about the club, so they can discover, you know, that that club is hiding the real place, the real deal, where they are making all of their things with the money and all. For me, soon we can have them. And for the characters themselves, we have all of his situation, the fact that this trial, because of him, that witness, he died, the fact that he was forced to walk, you know, into that place, not into the towers anymore, so he knows that he's not considered anymore by the team. And even more right there, another guy had a promotion and not him. They didn't think of him at all, and we can see that he's hurt by that. We can see that he's not okay with what he's doing. He's considered also as weak by some guys, and when he's going, you know, into another situation like that fancy restaurant during the previous episode, he's not feeling like he's at the right place, so he has issue with that. We saw that he had regrets before. Like, for me, D, maybe at some point he can switch, or he can be forced to switch, you know. Maybe also because of his relationship with Preston. We saw that Preston is not okay with D being there, so maybe he considers, you know, that D stole his place, he wants to have it back, so he could push D, you know, like to the cops or to Omar's team, you know, like he could do something bad against D. A lot of things like that. During the previous episode, at the end of it, we had Omar's boy who was killed, arrested, kidnapped. We don't know. We just know that D made some phone calls, but he was not truly involved into things. For him it's bad, but for the cops it's good, because still they had his pagers, so they know that he was involved. I think that they're gonna understand that with the hours and stuff like that. So it can be really bad for D for so many reasons. And for Omar's boy, yes, in a way I would prefer for him to be killed than to be arrested, because the boy knows a lot of stuff, including the fact that Bubbs is a snitch. And that's it, I love Bubbs. Now I can say it, I love Bubbs, that character, so I don't want anything bad to happen to him. And right there, for me, is really in danger. If Omar's boy is still alive and was kidnapped, he can be really in danger, Bubbs. And he knows also that the cops wanted to talk with Omar about Avon Barksdale, that Avon Barksdale, it's, you know, is their main priority. So for Avon to learn that, it could be bad also for the cops. It could slow them down or stuff like that. And even for the guy, you know, it would be better for him to be killed. Just like that. Because they're gonna torture him, they're gonna hurt him. With Omar also, when they're gonna learn that it's not just one of his boys, but it's his boyfriend, it can be worse. So even for himself, you know, it would be better for him to be dead. But yes, right now, maybe it's showing a little, you know, that I really love Bubbs, because for now, I could be worried about a lot of things, and in fact, I'm just thinking of Bubbs and the fact that for me, he's in danger because of Omar's boy, because also he said the truth to his friend who was hurt like hell, who is gonna get out of this hospital really soon, and who was just that thought, you know, of getting drugged, you know, back, like, can't be great. We'll see. And I'm gonna see that right now, because I'm gonna watch this episode right now. Like I said, remember that if you want, you are my Patreon to have these episodes earlier, sooner during the day, with a big extended reaction part. I'm not forced to cut like I'm forced to cut for YouTube, and it's the best way to support me if you want, if you can. Let's go for this episode.
Come on, get up. School day, I'm gonna be late. Go, get to school. Go, get up.
Your siblings, or you know, kids who are lost, I don't know. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 kids. Not taking care of them. Ah, Omar's boy. Okay.
That's him right there. That's Omar's boy.
You pointed at him. Voilà, as you knew.
What the fuck can I tell him? Whatever the man wants to hear, Jimmy. Whatever he wants to hear.
Kiss the ring. That's what you said.
Major, we got a good shot at clearing a couple of cases here. One thing. We're not here to talk cases, McNulty. I don't care about your cases. Sit. I'm a reasonable guy. In fact, everywhere I go, people say to me, Bill Rawles, you are a reasonable fucking guy. Am I right, Jay? Yes.
I wouldn't say that.
Murder cases here, detective. We work them as they come in, one at a fucking time. It's called the rotation. But if someone gets it into his head to leave the rotation, it puts an unfair burden on the other detectives who have to pick up their casework.
I hear someone else.
I can make someone who is otherwise as reasonable as me unreasonable. Detective McNulty, I expect to see your ass back here next week when your shift rotates to night work.
Don't think so.
Mom always said, well, let me get the cooking. Once they get into your kitchen, ain't nothing left to do but give them a key to your house.
I don't want no key. I don't want no house. It's just like you.
Yeah, you do.
It's your kid.
Where's the mother?
Runs away. Well, you know, she want a key. She want a house. She want a car. She wants some new clothes, a necklace. She wants some pocket change. You know, ain't no such thing as free, right? When you come to pussy, ain't no free.
It's unmonitored. You can't listen to a conversation on an unmonitored payphone.
It's not legal.
We got a tap on the courtyard payphone, but we can't listen to anything unless we know one of our targets is using the phone.
So we gotta be out there on those rooftops for hours, watching these assholes talk on the phone.
Be sure that it's one of them.
This, right here, this is the job. Now, when you came downtown to CID, what other kind of work were you expecting? So what are you gonna do?
Your attitude.
One of yours? We found him with the cat.
One he knows.
Warden caught last week. Jesus, they must have killed this kid 4 or 5 times. Cut him in a dozen places, burned with cigarettes. Goddamn torture fest, what it was. Doesn't look like you're seen either. Fuck him up somewhere else.
Did they have information before killing him for good? Bubbs. We didn't see Bubbs since the beginning of this episode.
Fucked up, yo. I mean, damn. Sometimes you gotta send a message, yo. Yo, when you picked up that phone, what you think they was gonna do, huh?
Yes.
All that shit is in the game, man. You know that. Yeah, like you and that girl, huh? The one in the apartment. The one you told us about, remember?
He's doing stuff like
I mean,
you.
I like what you said about all that killing, you know? And the other one was open, and yo, dig, it fucks me up. It's like he's looking out, like he sees everything, you know? Don't think about it. I can't.
Daddy! He's calling for help right there.
Let that shit go.
I know it's bad boys. They're not gonna go like, tell me everything. You can listen.
Or still kill mine.
He's beating someone.
String. You know Stringer phone now.
It's not often that I see respondents come so prepared for a juvenile commitment meeting.
In addition to this, I also have a photostatted copy of a cash check, which indicates that he is enrolled in the GED program at the Baltimore City Community College.
Excuse me, but I can't help but notice that your client is under a delinquent petition for the sale of narcotics and further for assault on a police officer.
Your Honor, my client stands ready to acknowledge that he was involved for a time in the sale of a small amount of drugs, a transaction for which he received no remuneration. That was a mistake, Your Honor.
So noted.
However, we will contend that it was Preston who was the victim of a brutal police beating.
Also.
And the walk away?
Preston was simply trying to get back to see his grandmother.
He's defending him well.
Nah, I was messed up.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Careful.
I don't know. I'm ready to be good.
Okay.
I'm putting a respondent on home monitoring with his grandmother.
Monitoring?
I'm afraid Mrs. Broadus doesn't have a telephone.
How about he calls his probation officer twice a week?
It's better.
Whatever.
Stringer didn't even come, you know, for that one.
Yo, hey, Johnny. We're gonna foul, huh? Yeah.
Your friend is out and he knows the truth. I'm not feeling okay.
I gotta give a little something back when you expect it.
You know, okay, we got something on too. We got a plan. We know.
You're gonna try to tempt
So
him?
we're gonna take off on the cop hours.
Damn, Johnny, the first 2 days out, you don't get all dramatic. What about the fence?
Fuck the fence.
Oh, the dogs.
No, all that time I was resting, you got me thinking. You got good to me too.
How about
Gracious.
You have Sting phone now.
Not hurting it. No drug talk? They use codes to hide their page and phone numbers. When someone does use a phone, they don't use names. All of that is valuable evidence.
Of what?
Conspiracy. We're building something here, detective. We're building it from scratch. All the pieces matter.
He was released. Why?
You fucking serious?
He got out, you know, after a trial.
I'm alright with that if you are. I ain't walk away from nowhere, man. Check my back pocket.
You should have searched for the information before being violent with him.
If you ask questions before you start wilding on niggas, you might save everybody some trouble.
How the fuck are you home?
Yeah, juvenile judge, man.
What? Did you have the match for?
Stealing from me, Cass?
You think she is?
Alright, listen up. New deal. Wallace, you're gonna be on the status now with Troy and Peaches. But what about Stir? This girl ain't gonna get down on press before what happened? Nothing. Why you wanna change up? I gotta explain shit to you now.
Because he discovered about the girl.
Why did you even come in today?
I had some... To pretend that you were here? I missed a couple of days last week, Lieutenant.
I've been working for you every day for the last 2 weeks. Twice in Cobb's Emery. Twice was praised, once was McNulty.
They're covering for you.
I don't know. I'm not really up for this drug thing. You know?
It's not just that.
Oh, hell, Lieutenant, why don't you just send me back to property and keep everybody happy?
Send you back to property crimes, you can binge for 2 more weeks.
Lieutenant, please, look.
You were dumped on, Yogi.
But it ends there. I don't dump people.
He's not gonna let you give
Out
up.
on this rooftop today to watch payphones with the rest of this unit? Or you go over to the medical office and shake yourself in?
See,
For alcohol abuse.
I want to appreciate him, you know, the Lieutenant Daniels. I like, in fact, how he's deciding, you know, doing stuff into his team.
Take a few minutes to think on it.
But the guy might be dirty, he covered prees.
Lieutenant, we need a file cabinet or two. Paperwork from this, I mean, there's a lot of it.
It's great, in a way.
I'm going to, good luck with the case.
You're choosing that door. He was not really useful, so I'm not gonna regret him, but I'm sad for him.